How's this for two headlines flashing by in rapid succession? First one from the AP, U.S. air quality slipping after years of improvement. The air quality in the U.S. has been getting better for years thanks to better environmental regulations and enforcement. It was getting better for years until these past couple of years, whereupon the Trump administration has been setting environmental regulations on fire and then dousing them in banned chemical pesticides that kill condors. And now the air quality in the United States is getting worse. So that was one headline from the AP. Can we put that back up on the screen again? Right? Then right after we got that headline, it gave birth to its own twin. New headline, also from the AP. EPA gives coal plants a reprieve. Yesterday, the coal lobbyist who Trump put in charge of the EPA signed new legislation to roll back the Obama-era legislation that had tightened up standards on polluting old-fashioned coal-burning power plants. He signed that new rule just as his own agency's data were released that showed how the Trump administration has turned around American air quality, so it's now in decline. Trump's own EPA says the further air quality decline they're expecting from this rule change they just signed yesterday should probably be expected to kill around 1,400 Americans every year that it's in effect. 1,400 extra dead Americans because of new air pollution that they're purposely causing. As I mentioned, the Trump administration's EPA chief is a coal industry lobbyist. And maybe you can spot the pattern here. Trump's handpicked EPA director, coal lobbyist. Trump's Secretary of Health and Human Services, pharmaceutical lobbyist. Trump's Secretary of the Interior, oil industry lobbyist. And as of tomorrow, Trump's Defense Department will be run by a defense industry lobbyist. So much swamp draining. I mean, literally on the day Trump had to replace the aerospace executive he had running the Pentagon with the defense industry lobbyist who will now run the Pentagon instead. I mean, it would be very hard on that day, that very day, for the president to launch his reelection campaign on the promise that he's been busy taking on the lobbyists, right?
We stared down the unholy alliance of lobbyists and donors and special interests who made a living bleeding our country dry. That's what we've done.
That's what we stared down those lobbyists. We stared them down. The staring contest was actually very easy. Nobody actually even seemed tense. It didn't seem like it was going to escalate at all. We gave them all jobs and then went out for Diet Cokes afterwards. We stared them down. That is one way to capture a federal agency, right? Put a lobbyist from the industry that agency is supposed to regulate or oversee, put a lobbyist from the industry in the top job of the agency. But in the Trump era, it turns out there is now another side to this story about one agency that is trying to, if not take itself back, that is trying to insulate itself from these Trump-driven wins. It's fascinating. You have not heard this story, and that's coming up next. Stay with us.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.